Kabam is at it again. Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video. And today I want to talk a little bit about the new update that's coming out next week on September 4th. And mainly what I want to talk about is this She-Hulk fixed an issue where she could combo into a heavy attack. Now, if you've been playing She-Hulk, you know that She-Hulk is great for taking down the champion boss because you can essentially get him backed into the corner. You get your slow debuff on by throwing your heavy, and then you can just do a 4-hit combo, end with your heavy. He gets up, land your heavy again, he'll launch a special one, rinse and repeat, and just go at it. And you can clear that champion boss with, a rank 3 She-Hulk in one shot. So a lot of people have been doing this cheese method. A lot of people have actually ranked up She-Hulk just because of this. She can do a ton of damage with her Furies. They did good with her buff, which brings me to another point is She-Hulk and Spider-Gwen came out. Their buff was way back, kind of towards the beginning of 2019. So this is what irks me about this. It's not so much that they're doing it. I can understand that if, because they're saying that, Kabam might put out a post because a lot of the community is really up in arms about this, right? There are people who ranked up She-Hulk, just for this purpose. And so Kabam might put out a statement, after this discussion was opened that said, we're sorry that this update came as a surprise. The ability to chain into a heavy attack from a combo is not one that is intended for any champion, and we have never advertised it as one except for Wasp, who has a built-in short passive stun to ensure she is able to do it. No champion should be able to combo into a heavy attack with 100% reliability unless explicitly stated in their ability description. This was not something that was listed as an ability or an exception for She-Hulk. She was not built, tuned, or tested around this unintended interaction. It was identified as an issue and was resolved. We apologize for the confusion caused by this interaction. So that's not entirely correct, Kabam Mike. Because you can combo into a heavy with Old Man Logan. Old Man Logan also, like She-Hulk, has a pretty quick heavy attack, and like She-Hulk's, it is a 2-hit heavy. So he can come in pretty quick with it. I've done it. I've seen other people do it. It's not hard to do. And I'm sure there are other champs that can do it. I'm just forgetting, which ones. And this is the thing, is Kabam releases these champs. They release these newly buffed champs, and they go through the beta and then they go live. And it seems like even before they're released in the beta, they don't do any testing with them. And this isn't the first time a mistake has come out with a champion where they, make them too OP or something like that, or they're not working as intended. And they have to go back and make minor adjustments to them that either make them, more powerful or more useful or less powerful so that you just can't wipe the floor with them. Like Call Obsidian. So the issue that I have here is that Kabam needs to do more testing with their champs before they go live. And I've said this before in videos, and it's just one thing that really bugs me because there are beta tests for a reason. There's alpha tests and there's beta tests, and it seems like Kabam doesn't always do that. Now, I know there are a lot of, you release 2 champs a month, so that takes a lot of testing, and there are so many players worldwide, so we can obviously find things, quicker or easier than just a tiny dev team. I don't know how many devs you have, but, in that regard. So I think for Kabam to kind of release this now is not that great because there have been videos of this posted for a long time. I mean, I went back and fought the champion boss back in May. So it's not like they are just finding out about this issue. In fact, if we take a look at this was about the Summoner Showdown. So Royal, those who know him well, know his love for Star-Lord. Oh, a man after my own heart. Royal believes that there is always a solution. He's proud of beating the champion in 6.2 with only a rank 2 She-Hulk. Royal was the subject of our first creator spotlight, blah, 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 blah. So Kabam knew about this here. And so it's not like they just found out about it. I mean, they could have found out about it, but this to me doesn't seem like it's a hard fix for them to do. I think it's kind of more along the lines of maybe the She-Hulk cheese is too easy for the Act 6 champion boss. There's too many people getting through it. Remember, Act 6 is supposed to be really difficult content. So if you can come in there with the She-Hulk cheese and just clear down the, you know, what's supposed to be probably the hardest boss, not so great. And there are other things too that kind of irk me about this. Like when Kabam Mike says this in regards to what Dr. Zola said. So Dr. Zola said this was a specific mechanic known throughout the community for a while and a significant attribute of the champ. You guys need to be more attuned to what is happening in game and make fixes like this out of the gate, not months later. Again, that's basically reiterating what I just said. I dodged this bullet and used mine at rank 3 for 6.2 content, but anyone who used their hard to get materials on her should get them back and then some. So he's asking for rank down tickets, and Kabam's probably not going to do that. But Kabam Mike's response to this is kind of entertaining to me, because he says this was not a mechanic of this champion and was not mentioned as one. All champions have the same speed and cadence to their attacks, and no champion should be able to combo into a heavy attack with 100% reliability. What? I don't know if he's aware, but not all champions have the same speed and cadence to their attacks. They definitely do not. Old Man Logan, like I said, he's got a really quick heavy. Massacres can sometimes just come out of nowhere for me. But other ones like Hyperion, you know, he goes up and that's kind of slow and then he can punch. So, you know, you got to be wary about that. Iron Man Infinity War, his is kind of slower. It's pretty easy to dodge or counter if you can, if it's not, you know, heavy-handed. So this whole, they all have the same speed and cadence to their attacks is just kind of like, what, Kabam Mike? Again, this is one of those times where a Kabam Mike just starts saying something and everyone is like, what? Because this is clearly not the case. So this whole point right here just brings me back to the test out your champions better before you release them live, because that is the main issue I see here. If this fix were to be issued months and months ago, you know, let's say 2 months after the buff happened, that would be a different story, right? Not as many people would have probably run through the Act 6 with her. Not as many people would have had the materials to rank her up. But now this quote-unquote fix is coming out next week. And I've actually seen people in line chats that say, you know, they literally just ranked up She-Hulk to go into 6.2.6 champion boss, and now we get this out. So I guess that's always why as soon as that buff comes up, clear that content quick. So now there are, of course, other options to that champion boss. You know, Sim Supreme, he's great for it. Morningstar, she's good for it. Cap Infinity War, he's another really good option for it. So there are other options for this. But the fact that Kabam is still not so much testing their champions when they should is really what is bothering me here. It's not so much that she's getting fixed, I should say. It's so much that she's getting fixed months and months and months down the road, and not so much like a month or two right after. This is almost 6 months down the road, I would like to say. I could be wrong on that date, but I'm pretty sure it's like 6 months. So you can't tell me that you haven't seen this, you weren't aware of this. We know you watch the content creators. There was that post about, you know, him, Royal, defeating the 6.2.6 champion boss with his rank 2 She-Hulk. So you guys were clearly aware of this for a while. This to me doesn't seem like it would have been a hard fix to put out there quick. So yeah, I just think it's kind of a little iffy, and that's all I gotta say about it. But anyways, guys, that's all that I got. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this She-Hulk quote-unquote fix? Do you think it's kind of sketchy that Kabam is releasing this now? Do you think they should have released it sooner? Did you rank up your She-Hulk just because of this? And what do you think of Kabam Mike saying all champions have the same speed and cadence to their attacks? Let me know in the comments below and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye, guys.